What's up YouTube, it's Louis here bringing you today's cryptocurrency video. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin. So a lot of people are saying we're going to come down here. I do see that case because when you make a new swing high over here, you usually come back to test that as a swing low. And that, yes, that is exactly where the 20 EMA is. But I'm going to show you a case where we might not. Of course it can happen. We need to lose some certain levels first before we do go down there. And I'll put the levels that we will hold if we were to lose this low over here. And I'll also show you some cases where we could have already finished the dip, we could have already bottomed out, and I'll show you some levels where we need to get above if the dip is finished. So first of all, let's look at this level over here. So this is your strong resistance basically over here. This was the level that was basically really annoying at the start of the year. We kept on getting to 58k, dropping, getting above it and dropping below it, getting above it, dropping below it, and eventually smacking your head on it multiple times for a couple of weeks, and then resulting in a massive drop. And what should have happened is you should have held this swing high as support, but you didn't. And if you do lose that, you come to your swing low, and we held that nicely, guys. And so when you made a new swing high over here, you come down, formed a swing low, and look where that is, sitting on the swing high. Now you can see that your 20 EMA is up here and not down here, okay? So just because your 20 EMA is up here, it doesn't mean that you're not going to come here. You can come down here just with wicks. If your 20 EMA is there, it means that the bodies are going to hold there. Can you see how the body closed there? It means that it's going to close there, but there's nothing saying that it won't come down. And you came down to test these wicks. Amazing, perfect. And then we now carried on, secured this as the swing low, and we made a new one. So if we did right now today, your low would be 53k basically, where this 20 EMA is right now. And when we got up here for the first time at 61k, look where the 20 EMA was at 47k. So this is negative because it's so overextended. And when it's super overextended, what you do need to do is you need to consolidate and eventually fall back to it. And obviously I've just given you the case, if we were to fall to it today, this is where you will land, or fall to it this week, this is where you will land. The longer it takes to come to this level, the longer it takes to fall from here, the higher this will drag up. And so just because it's here right now, it doesn't mean that we're going to hold this level. It's going to keep dragging up the longer we take. And so I believe that the worst case would be here. You'd hold the candle bodies here because this is a psychological level. Wait, let me get that right. Yeah, there. So 54k basically, 54,500, but let's just say 54k. And I'm going to draw a box as well. So that's hitting this swing high here, the wicks of it. And you can see and I'm actually going to catch this actually. There we go. So you can see that if I go to the daily time frame now, you can see we've got resistance, support, fake out, support, resistance, support, 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 basically, and resistance. So this is an area of a major key level of support and resistance, the 54k zone. So this is 53, let's call it this, 53 to 54k basically, or the end of 52 to 54. Sorry if you can hear background noise, I'm literally outside today. So looking at the daily time frame, what is positive is that we've come down to the daily 55 EMA. We've had a nice bounce. Now when you come to this, I do want to see bodies closing here, because you see how you had two wicks and then eventually the bodies closed there. That's what I do want to see. I want to see the bodies closing here, but if we don't, that's fine, because at the moment bouncing off it gives us a relief rally, and I'll go into more detail about this relief rally. But first, can you see how we had a bullish cross? We held after the bullish cross, you're following the 20, but eventually you do come to the 55, and that's what we're doing right now. And since we've done this bullish cross, you haven't come to the 55, so this was a much needed drop basically, a much needed one. And of course it's hitting stop losses and liquidation prices of leverage traders. There's too many leveraged positions. And of course you made a swing high, swing low, you've come up, you actually had swinger highs here as well, and you came back to them, but you failed to hold these. And so if you fail to hold these, you come to the swing low, and that's where we are right now, and that's lining up for, with the 55 as some confluence for that. So in my training with when I do one-on-one mentorship with students, or my crypto and forex course, I tell them that I don't usually use trend lines, and the reason is that my 20 moving average is the trend line. And so when you're above the 20 and holding at support, this is your uptrend. And so if you do lose it, you begin a downtrend, but you need to hit your head on the 20 to confirm that. However, you do have another moving average, the 55, which can hold you up, and I call this the double brick wall. So if you do lose the 20, you'll come to the double brick wall. And see, when you came to the double brick wall, you double bottomed and got back above the 20 and continued. So that's what's happening right now, guys. We've lost the 20, but you've come to your double brick wall. So that should hold. But if we do lose that, we know that we're going to come to this swing high over here with a wick. But I'd like to see this pink line hold, or this purple line hold, as support with the candlestick bodies, the bodies. See, like you had a wick down here, but the bodies closed on that 58k area. So we'll now move on to the 4 hour, because I wanted to show you the case where we could have finished the dip. So of course you want to rest on a swing low, which we are, and we're now having a relief rally, as I said. Now, yesterday in my Bitcoin update, I gave you targets for this dip, and we already met the two, and we met the two today, literally. We fell short of it the other day, but we've now met it at 58.4k. We've actually bounced from it exactly, like to the dollar we hit it, like to the dollar we hit it. I think we actually, look, if you read at the top where it says over here, if you read over here, it'll tell you the low. So read this when I'm hovering over there. So the low was 58,400 exactly, and this was 58,421. So it went $21 below this basically, and you've bounced from there. Now you're having a relief rally. So it doesn't mean that the dip is over. I told you guys that if we want the dip to be over, we need to get back above the 1. Now, guys, the thing is, you are below the 200, and so when you're below it, if you like arch away from it and eventually come to it and you get rejected, that's what confirms that you're going to go down basically. And so what could it be happening is so not ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 basically. That's what could be happening. However, you could come a bit higher. Let's say you come to the 20. Look, by the time you get up here, if you do get up here, that would have come down basically. You would have got rejected, and that confirms your short-term downtrend on the 4 hour. We're already in a confirmed one. That's what this bearish cross signals, and you don't even need the moving averages anyway, just to see. Look, high, lower high, lower high. So you're in a downtrend, and you're getting lower lows, of course. So low, lower lows. So you are in a downtrend, but this could be done. At the moment you've had A, B, C, but it might not be that. It might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 basically, and that's what we could be seeing right now. I would like to say that the dip is over. It really could be, but for me to be 100%, I want to see 62k hold as support, and then that's where I turn bullish basically, guys. So until then, I'm still looking for further downside, and you know the levels already. So yeah, the levels I'm looking at are here, but you don't have to come to that. If we do hold this and you just keep holding it, and eventually get above 62k, you're good. We could consolidate around this zone for a long while, but we could also just consolidate and then drop under it. So it's all on Bitcoin, and this is why I'm not doing many altcoin videos. I may do a FIRO video, but FIRO's chart is literally irrelevant, guys, to be honest, because it's all on Bitcoin. As I said, we could be in targets to the downside, but doesn't mean we're going to go to those targets. If Bitcoin wants to turn around, get above 62k, confirm the dip is over, then it will invalidate all your altcoins' bearish targets. So there's literally no point of even looking at your altcoins, because they're like fake charts basically, especially in dips, because they can look absolutely horrible, but Bitcoin could just flip that around basically. So yeah, the bottom could well and truly be in, but I'd only be confident in saying that once we're back above 62k and we can confirm that as support. I'm seeing some analysts saying that we could even be back at 65k by the end of the week. Let's see how this plays out, guys. We could have just finished the correction, A, B, C, but could this be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay, perfect. I hope you guys enjoyed today's update. Just hit 400 subscribers on YouTube. I'm so thankful from the bottom of my heart for all of you guys for supporting my channel, because without you guys, I wouldn't make any videos for people. Perfect. I hope you enjoyed today's update. Turn the notification bells on, subscribe, like, follow me on my Twitter, links down in the description. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.